Hey everybody. Why did I just say that? I do not know. Oh, you know what I don't have? I do not have my microphone. I do not have my microphone. Skip that. I don't have my microphone. Alright, so I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Alright, and we are connected. Alright, y'all. So, like I said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Y'all, this 30-day challenge has definitely shown me that it's not for the weak. And what this whole process has taught me is I really do need to get serious and stop playing with my time. I need to be more disciplined and to follow through every single day. Every single day. What I love about this journey that I'm on with you guys is I'm seeing where I'm having to hold myself accountable. So before we dive right on in, um, hey y'all, I'm your girl Ness of Glamour by Ness, and welcome to my corner here on YouTube where beauty meets real life. So settle in and let's glow together. You guys, like I was saying, our topic today is recognizing signs of progress. And we're going to talk about that, but I'm also going to discuss recognizing signs of regression. And I have an answer as to why we regress. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. So sometimes progress doesn't seem like progress because it's either taking so long or you're not seeing the return on your investment. And I love the saying, how do you eat an elephant? And the response is one bite at a time. So you're not necessarily going to always see the progress, but the progress will be compounded. Hello, bearded botcher from the UK. Welcome. But, progress can be subtle. And before I get way ahead of myself, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about my 60-day manifestation cleanse by none other than the Armand Wiggins, which he'll be kicking this off for the new year. And I'll definitely be a part of that because there's some other things that I'd like to cleanse to make space for my manifestations. But I'm walking you guys through essentially my journey through the 60 days. I restarted this journey 6 times before I finally locked in. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on outside my door. But in any event, recognizing signs of progress is our topic. But progress can be subtle. Like, for example, right now, um, keen example I can provide is I invested in myself in a career. Um, I don't want to call it a program. It really wasn't a program. It was a career package. And in said package, I was able to revamp my resume. And in revamping my resume, my goal is to achieve a certain level of financial status. And because I've done the work as far as recognizing I'm playing with myself, I'm playing with my talents, and also my neurologist pretty much told me to quit my job. That man said, "Quit your job, girl. It's beneath you." And I said, "Okay." But even prior to that, these are all affirmations that I was getting. I knew it inside my soul. It's manifested itself because I can no longer live on the salary that I'm living on, and I deserve more. And so I invested in this career package. I've revamped my resume and I've been applying. And you guys, I've gotten more rejection letters. I don't think I've gotten not one single like, "Hey, we want to interview." Not even an interview request. And the affirmation I got way after was my neurologist saying, "Hey, you need to quit your job." Now, in my past lives, I've talked about why I had to go see a neurologist, but that man flat out told me, "Girl, quit your job." But he's right because I do not belong there. And but I've been applying, right? And I realized in applying, I have to map out a strategy. My God, there's so many jobs out there, but at the same time, half of these jobs aren't really real, so to speak. So, and because the state of the economy and the reality that we're in, it's just going to take a lot longer, for me to let a roll. Now, I'm hoping that that's not the case, right? I'm hoping that's not the case. However, I still have to be open to the possibilities and I still have to do the work. I'm saying all that to say you still have to put in the work. Okay, I have to actually apply. In applying to jobs, back then it was just one, two, and you're done. Today it's more like 30 minutes to fill out an application, which is crazy. Like, why is it taking so long? In any event, also strategizing and leaning more into your network, because it's going to take a lot more than just filling out applications and sending it in and hoping and praying, right? I'm realizing I have to tap into my network. So even though I have not landed my ideal role, um, but I'm doing the work, right? I'm doing the work. I'm putting the word out there within my network and increasing my net worth, essentially, right? So, my next point is, and we'll keep in line with the example of me applying for um, new roles, um, because the current industry that I'm in, I thought it's where I wanted to be, but it's not. Okay, it is not. However, I've gotten all these licenses and certifications, and I don't want to lose them. So I'm literally in the throes of trying to figure out like how do I, my past experience with the other industry that I was in and the industry that I'm currently in, how do I join the two? And I've been able to successfully merge the two to reflect what's on my resume. However, because I've been getting nothing but rejection letters, how is my emotional state, right? Now, one, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't have these feelings, but for the sake of this, live, I now see rejection letters through a new lens, right? Um, it's not just the maturity behind it, which I have grown as a result of doing the work, but it's also realizing that I don't have to crash out every time I get a rejection letter because I'm bomb. And I know that I'm bomb because of where I'm currently at. You see, when they're geniuses or they're becoming geniuses, and you recognize that your child is like, a little mini genius, and you constantly have to keep their attention, or maybe not genius, but they probably have ADHD or they process a lot faster, so you need to give them more. So my sister went through that with her son, um, where it's not that he's not bad, he's just smarter than the other kids, right? Like, so he constantly needs something to, what am I trying to say? Like, he constantly needs stimulation, right? And so that's where I feel, where I'm currently at, There's no stimulation. There's no challenge. And it's the environment is ideal, the work isn't, if that makes sense. Like I'm not being challenged. And I love it because my nervous system has finally been regulated from the other department that I was in, which was causing chaos and havoc and just blah. However, in the current situation I'm in, career wise, it's not where I want to be, but I love the environment, the feel that I get, the feeling that I get of doing my work, doing it well, but at the same time, I'm bored as hell. So I'm not challenged. I'm not looking for stress. I'm looking for an environment where I can thrive, where I can be challenged and work with some pretty awesome people. These people don't bother me. I want to be, in my next role, I don't want people bothering me. I just want to do my work and exit stage left so I can focus on, my entrepreneurial stuff. You feel me? So, in receiving these rejection letters, back then, I would be so hard on myself. Like, oh my God, why me? It's me. Why is this happening to me, me, right? Today, it's not just about being productive, but once I get that rejection letter, I say thank you. I say thank you so much, especially the ones that do respond. Man, I get excited now, you guys. And that for me is emotional growth because it's no longer why not me. I know I'm bomb. Everybody that's worked with me in the past can tell you how bomb I am. And, which so crazy because at first they'll be like, I don't know, or they give me such a hard time. And I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, I'm not here for you. Just let me do my work and I will do it well. Just get out of my way. But I had a manager a couple of months ago, maybe a month, 2 months ago, who sent me these survey results. And these survey results were glowing survey results. Duh. I was surprised that these customers, like, wrote amazing things about me. But it was very ironic. And I was thankful that I received it, but it was very ironic that this manager who gave me such a hard time, y'all, hard time to the point where I was brought to tears. And I was very proud of myself for, speaking up for myself and standing up for me, but I was brought to tears with this individual because they were just making things hard for no reason. And now, ironically enough, I'm no longer in that department under that supervisor, and yet you're still sending me survey results from past customers. Like, you could have kept that. Like, thanks, but you could have kept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, miss me with that. But that's because it's a testament to my work ethic, plain and simple. I know you don't work here anymore, but oh my God, I just had to share this with you. No, you didn't. You didn't have to share it with me. You didn't have to share it with me. You did not have to share it with me. Okay, girl. But I know you missing me. I know you missing me. So, another key thing when you're recognizing signs of progress is you always, always, always don't get ahead of yourself because you may start to regress. And I feel, you guys, that I am there. I have full blown, like I would regress, and be able to catch it. This time I'm like, I'm full blown in regression. And I'm like, oh my God. And typically I would be hard on myself. I would probably sink into a depressive state, sadness, and don't want to do anything. But this time around, I'm actually excited. I'm like, oh my God. And that is because I've done the work, but I recognize the patterns and I'm able to recognize, okay, girl, you're slipping and we need to get back on track. I'm able to extend grace to myself. And in me recognizing currently me regressing, in real time, I am like, okay, why? Why? How did we get here? And we got here because I have been the old version of myself for so long that it's it's habitual, right? It's familiar, it's comfortable. And that is what our bodies and our minds do. When you are changing your neural patterns to create new habits, your body, your spirit, your soul, your mind is going to do everything it will do to regress because that is its normal state. So I'm having to rewire because I thought, okay, I'm strong. I can do this. No, 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 no. I'm having to rewire my neurons to execute and achieve exactly what I need to. I just realized we didn't do our affirmation. We'll do it before we close. But, and that looks like essentially pivoting from regression to being back in action. I cannot, much like me telling myself I'm going to go live for 30 days and then don't. Um, I realize my affirmations that I say every day, my breathing practices, my meditation, those are vital for me. I need a constant reminder every day. I need to see words of affirmation, encouragement every single day to rev me up, to pump me up, to get me excited about executing and making what I need to do on my to do list, my power of three, fun, even if it's not fun. Doing the same thing repetitive every single day is not fun. Sometimes you need to change it up, but discipline and consistency go hand in hand, and that is what produces results even if it's just subtle. Those that compounded action that you do every day, it becomes this beautiful thing. So for me, it's falling in love, even if no, it's really falling in love with editing my makeup videos. Like I love doing it. Like I love the feeling of being all glammed up and doing a tutorial. I cannot stand the setup. I cannot stand having to break everything down, clean everything. I wish I could hire somebody to just do it because I cannot stand it. But I have to do it because it's just only me right now. But hear what I'm saying. It's just only me right now. I know I'm going to have a fabulous team. I know I'll be able to have someone that I can say, hey, your job is to just set everything up, break everything down, make sure everything is clean. But noticing um no, before I want to make that point, it's learning how to pivot. And so I know for me right now, because I have regressed, I need to pivot, but I'm not pivoting from a place of just non-experience. I know what I'm doing isn't working because I'm regressing. So it's all about going back to the drawing board and recognizing when you've regressed, how you've regressed, and how you're going to essentially start up again and not regress. Like having that strategy, making that plan. And instead of quitting, instead of being in that meditative state, you're putting yourself in a place of action. You see that there? So instead of just the woe is me, or I can never get anything right, or I can never do anything right. See, it doesn't work. No, it's going to work. It's just it didn't work in that fashion. So we're going to pivot. So for me, for example, going to the gym at 2:30, waking up at 2:30 to make it to the gym by 3, I realized that well, one, what I did was this. I followed Mel Robbins' guidance on her 5-second rule book, and I put the phone away from my bed. Like it's not on my bed near my pillow. I put it on my desk, right? And the alarm goes off. I have no choice but to get off get up to turn off said alarm, but me waking up and heading to my desk is literally like a two-step walk. And what I have been doing is I'll turn it off and then I'll just walk back like backwards. It's a 1-2 step, literally. It's like 1-2 step and I'm in the bed. So now tonight, just to ensure I'm going to get up and stay up, I'm going to put my phone farther away. I'm not going to put it on the desk. The S is just it's too much of an easy access. I want to be able to get up. Okay. So in doing that, that's exactly what we're doing. We're putting the phone away from the desk. So now instead of just me getting up and having a straight line to the phone, it's just going to be adjacent, right? And so making these small shifts essentially is going to keep me motivated. Now I'm excited. I'm excited to see if this experiment is going to work. I can't put my phone in the bathroom because it's too far away. I won't hear it. So it's I don't know. I do know, but I'm excited to see if this is going to work. But all in all, just noticing like small little shifts, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And I was the type of individual that was just nothing but like, just give me the whole elephant, just stuff it in my mouth right now. But you end up, you can choke, you cannot, be able to like eat it all and chew it. And it's just better to take your time and to give yourself grace. So, you guys, honestly, that's really what I have for you today. It's just recognizing the signs of progress. And the affirmation, which I completely forgot to share earlier, is every step I take is evidence of my growth. Every step I take is evidence of my growth. And that is so true. So, 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 so true. So, do tell me, let me know in the comments, what small win did you overlook this week that deserves celebration? I'll go first. For me, it is recognizing that I did regress in a major way, but extending grace to myself and having a pep talk and having an honest conversation with myself on why. Why did I regress? Um, and I honestly, my answer was I took full advantage of resting. Like one rest day turned into like 3 weeks. And now I don't want to get up when my alarm goes off, or I'm justifying, why I didn't do something. And it's just no excuses. Like I have plans, I have goals. Well, I don't want to say goals, I have objectives to achieve. And in order for me to manifest what I am calling in, I got to put the work in. And I rather suffer the pain of growth than the one of stagnation. So, what are you celebrating today? I'm celebrating the fact that I looked myself in the mirror and had a conversation. And baby, we are back like we never left. Period. And that goes for everything, even my Bible study. Y'all, I'm behind on my Bible study. Where they do that at? Like, I'm behind on my Bible. Like I'm telling Jesus, pause, hold on, hold on, hold on. Who am I? And when I need his help, I'm like, sir, hurry up. Like, answer my prayer. Anyway, I'm proud of myself. You should be proud of yourself too. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. We actually have today's day 27. I have 3 more days of discussing my 60-day manifestation cleanse, and I'm going to do it all over again. Obviously, different topics, and we're going to be consecutive in going on live, unless something major happens. That I will give myself grace for. All right, y'all. Toodles. I'll see y'all in my next one.